Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dunte86 back again for another video. Well, another week, another Nintendo rant. I have a few things to talk about in this video. One being the freaking VGX. Whoever watched that? I mean, the entire show was abysmal, I must say. It was horrible. I didn't watch the whole thing. I only made it through about an hour. Then my friends called me and said, "Hey, let's go." They invited me over, so I didn't want to go because I was lazy that day, but they kind of forced me out, which was a better use of my time than sitting and watching that horrible show, the VGX. But moving on from that, if you keep up with Nintendo, you know that they said that Reggie Fils-Aimé was going to be there, and he had a announcement for that you did not want to miss, an announcement you did not want to miss for Nintendo, and it was going to be a game that they had previously talked about, and you're going to get a more in-depth look at it, which that could have been a lot of things. It could have been Smash Brothers, it could have been X, it could have been Shin Megami Tensei versus or cross Fire Emblem, it could have been Zelda, it could have been Bayonetta, it could have been so many things. Even Mario Kart would have been awesome. It wouldn't have been the ideal thing for that audience, but still would have been okay. But what do they show? Cranky Kong is a playable character in Donkey Kong Tropic Freeze or Rush or whatever that game is called. The game is going to be good. I'm not going to say it's not. I mean, I have Donkey Kong Country Returns. I like the game. It's a fun game. But why would you waste the time at VGX, where it's a lot of people who only care about Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, gritty, dark, shoot, kill kind of stuff? Why would you show Donkey Kong as a world premiere, even though we've seen gameplay from it and then the stuff leaked about it, the little Cranky Kong stuff? So I'm not understanding what they were thinking with that. Who are they trying to target? Who? I don't. Nintendo's just making it really hard to. They're making it hard to continue to be a fan of them. I still don't think that the system itself is going to fail. The Wii U is going to be fine in the end, but they are setting themselves in the same category that they've been in for years. They lost support from third-party developers all the way back with the N64, and they have never gotten back that same kind of support that they used to. Every single generation, they gained some back and they gained some back, and they were on the route to getting good support back with the Wii. And now the Wii U comes out, and now they're backsliding and going back, and this thing, I just, it's so frustrating. Mario 3D World's an awesome game, but it's not enough to save the system. And showing freaking Donkey Kong at that award show was the dumbest thing they ever could have done. And it makes them just look stupid. It makes them look idiotic. It makes them look like this. Yeah, who remembers that? That was awful. But oh, they're so detached from reality. They're like years behind. They're behind the curve so much. It's frustrating. It really is. Moving on from that horrible announcement. Yesterday, I was trying to get on the eShop on the Wii U because I heard that the Link to the Past was on there, and I was gonna put it on the Wii U so I could play it. Blah blah blah. Awesome game. Yeah yeah yeah. But it was down. The eShop was, and later on that night, I kept messing around and I saw that there was a good old update for this system right here. If you, oh, of course I'm playing Pokemon because that game is awesome. But if you look up at, where is it, the top, you see there is the Miiverse. Hello, text message. There's the Miiverse over there, and now you can do all the Miiverse things that you had with that you have on the Wii U, minus a few things. Um, the first thing that I saw, let me see, I took a picture of this and I sent it to one of my friends so we could laugh about it because it was stupid as I was doing the whole update process. um, it says, "Hi there, kids. Please have a parent or guardian look at this for you, okay?" Which, yeah, I understand, but really? Hi there, kids. Come on, seriously? And then it moves on. It's just a few things that they did because a lot of people are going to say, okay, this update brings you unified accounts, blah, blah, blah. Nintendo's getting it right. You can, because yes, your ID from the Wii U and 3DS are now connected. That is a good thing. You would think that means that virtual consoles that are on both systems you can play on either or, kind of like how the PlayStation 3 and the PSP did last gen. But no, that's not really the case. Um, one thing that's kind of weird, it says deleting an ID will also delete any Nintendo eShop purchase history and balance associated with it. So that means that it's not really up in the network. If you delete this from your system, it's gone. Everything you bought is gone. And I really don't think that just you having your Nintendo Network ID will allow you to download whatever you have on whatever system you put it on. And that brings me to my next point. It said that you cannot put your Nintendo Network ID on multiple of these systems at a time, which I do understand because a lot of people got around and I did this myself with my PS3 to share some of the games that I had bought. I put my PSN on different people's PS3 so they could play some of the games that I had. I just I don't know. It's really frustrating that if I want to, well, it's not so much for this because I mean, why would you, with a portable system, want to put your ID on multiple systems? Unless, I mean, I do have two of them, so the downloaded things that I have, I can only play on this one. But I mean, it is what it is. But it would be nice if I could have it on more than one system. And it's kind of, you should be able to at least recover it in other places so that you can download your stuff and play games that you bought at another place than just on your system. But I mean that more so for the Wii U. But I don't know. Your content should follow your ID and your accounts and not your freaking system itself. The system should be able to die and burn, and you should still be able to get your content that you've bought. But how they have it right now, that's not the case. And then another thing that makes me angry is the fact that I'm a grown man. And on the Miiverse, which is a nice community, you can go in and talk to people and everything, especially having Pokemon and whatever games, what have you. You can go and find people to play games with on the spot. But that doesn't really work out now because there is actually something in the Miiverse when you post, you can have a little tag that says searching for players. So you could be like, hey, I want to trade this Pokemon with somebody, or I want to battle somebody. But they took out one key feature from the Miiverse. On the Miiverse on the Wii U, you can go to someone's profile and you can click send friend request. And you can also send messages through the Miiverse. On the 3DS, they took those features out. So you cannot send a friend request. So how would I be able to go and coordinate things with somebody on the Miiverse if I wanted to play a game with them without giving them some kind of other personal information to coordinate? Because I'm not sure if they'll allow you to exchange friend codes because they are quick to take things down. I haven't seen them do that yet for a friend code posted on the Miiverse, but I don't know. I just, it's really forcing people to go out and add people on forums and things of that nature in order to play games with people that you don't know. And I mean, why would you want to play a game with someone you don't know? Eh, I mean, I'm not trying to make a friendship off of a video game with some random person, but it should be easier to do that. And I mean, yes, on the Pokemon or whatever game, you can join random matches, but there is no way to add people who you like playing against. I have played against people and I'm like, hey, you're good. I'm gonna beat you one day. But you don't really have that option now. So I understand Nintendo is trying to make it safe for families and everything, and safe for the kids because especially what happened with that little girl getting with Swapno. She, I think a little girl got abused by some people who were in their 40s, which is disgusting, absolutely disgusting. But this is part of the online stuff. I mean, it's not Nintendo's fault or whoever the manufacturer of these products. It's not their fault. The internet connects people. It is the parents' job to monitor what their kids are doing and to teach them of the kind of things that they should and shouldn't be doing online. And how this system is set up, you have to, both parties have to trade friend codes in order to be able to interact with each other. So that means this child had to get on some kind of online forum and trade her friend code with these other people's so that they could communicate. I don't see why an adult who has this system should have to suffer and not be able to do the basic things that any other system can do because some parents can't teach their kids how they're supposed to act online. It's not Nintendo's job to do that, and they need to understand this. Will they? No, probably not. I don't fault them at trying to keep the kids safe. That's why they need to be more adamant about letting parents know they have parental controls. Which in this update, if you scroll through it when you're going through the update, it does talk about all the parental controls that you have there. But hammer parental controls into these systems if you want them to be the super family friendly, safe for kids thing. Hammer it in so that you cannot get this system started without having some kind of introduction to parental controls. Make it something that you can't skip. Make it a video you can't skip. Something like that. I don't know. But that would be a way to cover yourself, pretty much. But I don't, it's frustrating. Nintendo, you take like 2 steps forward and 10 back every single time. The Miiverse is such an awesome place. It's a great community. Bringing it to the 3DS is really cool. But you bring it to the 3DS and you forget the main part of it is it's a community. And sometimes you meet people in a community that you want to keep in touch with. You can't do that here. So it's a disconnected community. I've been ranting for too long. Bye. I gotta go. Goodbye.